Oh, brother, this guy stinks! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yeah, by the way, I'm feeling a lot better today, folks. Thank you for asking. It's why I can come on here on a YouTube video and start talking smack about folks in the hockey world that deserve to be talking the smack it too. Today, we are talking about Montreal Canadiens top prospect, Ivan Demidov. He has been a hot subject the past few weeks here because his time with the SKA St. Petersburg organization has been very difficult, to say the least. He is arguably the best hockey-playing prospect not in the NHL right now, one of the best players not in the NHL right now at the ripe old age of 18, and he has gone through a very difficult development process with SKA St. Petersburg in the KHL. And it turns out it just got even weirder, because earlier today, in a press conference for SKA, Roman Rottenberg, the head coach of the team, just said that Ivan Demidov will play in the playoffs as the 13th forward. This anonymous Twitter account goes out there and says, and if you need a little bit more proof, hey, they ended up including a video of the same press conference where Rottenberg does say that Demidov's role in the postseason will be that 13th forward role. It's an interesting press conference. Evgeny Kuznetsov is there, etc., etc., but still, Rottenberg does say he'll start the playoffs as the 13th forward when he is in the lineup. So that is absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Seriously, imagine benching your top scorer for the playoffs because you're just pissed off that he's going to go and leave your team and head over to North America. It's almost like every bad stereotype portrayed onto Russian hockey and Russian development is being 100% enforced and upheld with this situation. Ivan Demidov didn't do anything wrong, man. I'm sorry. Like, say what you want about guys not being loyal to Russia or not loyal to their own heritage and their teams and whatever, but Ivan Demidov has been very clear up front that the whole time his goal was to play in the National Hockey League. He wanted to be an NHL guy. This ain't the same as Matvei Mishkov, whose situation and desire to play in the NHL was up in the air heading into the 2023 draft. Demidov, nah, he just wanted to play the whole time, and so he went top 5, and then the Canadiens fans embraced him, and they loved him, and then he did all these crazy things in the KHL, like breaking the junior scoring record held by Kirill Kaprizov. Like, how crazy is that? The guy literally is the best junior player the KHL has ever seen. He's the top scorer on SKA St. Petersburg of all teams, and then he's being used as a 13th forward in the playoffs. There really is no rational explanation to explain this choice, other than SKA and Roman Rottenberg, they're just pissy that he's not sticking around with them next year. They all know it. Everyone knows it. Everyone in the KHL, outside the KHL, here in North America, everybody knows that Ivan Demidov is going to come over to the Canadiens at the end of the season, and he's going to be great in Montreal. You know what, even, I actually will say this, I have spent a decent amount of time this year looking at the SKA St. Petersburg social media pages, not the ones that you can find on North American social media, but the Russian social media. I do this because I look for thumbnail images that I could use, and it's interesting to look at the photography that the KHL has. But throughout the year, you know, I've been seeing a lot of SKA St. Petersburg fans disappointed with the way Roman Rottenberg has ran this team. Never mind the fact that SKA St. Petersburg had a much worse season than they're used to this year, but it's also Ivan Demidov. A lot of folks going out there and saying, hey, why aren't we playing Demidov more? Why are we scratching this guy? He should be playing more. He should be given top-line ice time. Why is he the 13th forward, etc., etc. A lot of people, even in the SKA fan base, are ticked off with the way this Demidov situation has been handled by Roman Rottenberg and the SKA St. Petersburg crew. It's almost like everybody in the gosh darn world knows that this is wrong. And ultimately, if you're playing Ivan Demidov less, you're not giving him any ice time to do what it is that he needs to do, then you are totally holding back the potential of your team in the playoffs. I mean, I get it, you know, it's SKA St. Petersburg, it's the big legendary army team nobody wants to defy, but would some of these players not be like, hey, look, that Demidov guy, I need to play with him, he's really good, why is he not playing? You can't seriously tell me that a lot of these players are okay with this too, right? Surely there has to have been at least a conversation behind the scenes where an Evgeny Kuznetsov or somebody says, hey, we should probably play him more, right? I don't know. I guess we'll never figure it out because this story is going to get lost in the sands of time as everything comes and goes. But for Ivan Demidov, this situation may actually help him out sooner. Who really knows? Because we had been saying this the entire time. If SKA St. Petersburg gets eliminated early, then it's anybody's game at that point, right? Not saying that he's all of a sudden getting the right to leave right away, but it maybe opens the door up to some extended conversations earlier on as to whether or not Demidov's release to Montreal could happen sooner. I'm not too sure if it's going to work out like that. We had been seeing that even if the KHL team gets eliminated, Ivan Demidov will be sent down to the MHL and hopefully help out the junior team win their second championship in a row, even though Ivan Demidov was already on the championship team last year, and he was just an absolute monster, scoring 2 points a game in the regular season and almost 2 points a game in the playoffs. Color me crazy, but it's almost like Ivan Demidov is way too good for the junior team and playing in the MHL in general. Imagine getting 2 points a game, and he's so fantastic, and then he's a near point per game guy in the KHL, and the team is like, yeah, sorry, we know that you're going to leave, but we want to send you over to the junior team to play more there. We had said this in the last video, but it's like, hey, Ivan Demidov is probably going to score 5 points a game. Straight up, that team is not going to lose. That team is going to get so much production out of Demidov. He's going to make that junior team and junior league look silly with his presence down there. He is essentially the Connor McDavid in the Russian junior league, should he be sent down there early. Heck, why don't they send him down there now? He's not even being used in the KHL team, so there's realistically no reason for him to be up with the KHL squad at this point, considering the lack of playing time and the lack of opportunity. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this terrible Ivan Demidov update, where Roman Rottenberg went out there on a press conference and straight up said, yeah, this guy's going to be the 13th forward in the playoffs. He'll start out there, hopefully try to work his way up. Who knows, though, if that's going to be a possibility. You could make the argument that Roman Rottenberg was talking about, oh, the playoffs are a different game, it's a rough and tough game, etc., etc. We don't want Demidov to be thrusted 100% into that, and I get that you could make the argument there, but come on, it's the KHL. Like, physical hockey is not nearly as rampant here as it is in some of the other leagues where the ice surface is smaller. And if there's anybody that's going to be able to navigate those challenges and fix them thoroughly on the fly, it's probably Ivan Demidov. But I guess for the KHL team, SKA St. Petersburg and Roman Rottenberg, they're not going to give him that opportunity to do so. So I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Demidov, the situation at SKA, and how badly it's gotten. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.